TAO is taking on Google, OpenAI, and Nvidia. Sounds ridiculous, but it's actually happening. A decentralized network run by people around the world is attempting to compete with some of the largest and most powerful AI companies ever created. And the crazy part is, it might actually work. Because Bittensor isn't trying to build one giant AI model like OpenAI or Google. It's building an entire marketplace for intelligence. Instead of a single company owning the best AI, Bittensor allows thousands of independent developers, researchers, and machines to compete to produce the best intelligence possible. And the network rewards the ones that perform the best. So rather than one closed system controlling everything, you get a constantly evolving global network where better AI wins more rewards. Think of it like an open competition for intelligence. Every participant is trying to build something better than the last model. Better language models, better image models, better prediction systems, and the network measures which ones are actually useful. Those models earn rewards in TAO. This is where the idea starts to shift from crazy to possible, because the biggest weakness of traditional AI companies is centralization. Think about it. Google builds the model, OpenAI builds the model, they control the servers, they control the data, and they control the direction. Everything sits inside one company. Now imagine trying to compete with that. Sounds insane, right? But here's the twist. Bittensor isn't trying to beat them with one company. It's trying to beat them with a network. And that changes everything. Instead of one lab building one giant AI model, Bittensor lets thousands of people build intelligence and plug it into the network. Different models, different ideas, different approaches, and the network figures out which ones are actually useful. The better the intelligence, the more rewards it earns. Now, at first that might sound like Bittensor is relying on other people to succeed. And yeah, in a way it is, but not in the way you might think. Because what they're really doing is creating an open competition for intelligence. And if the best minds in the world are competing inside the same network, the intelligence inside that network keeps getting better and better and better. Now just think about that for a second. Google has thousands of engineers. OpenAI has some of the best researchers on the planet. But Bittensor can tap into anyone. Developers, researchers, AI builders, people experimenting in their bedrooms, all competing to build something better. That's powerful. And the big AI companies know this. They know decentralization changes the game. We've seen this story before. Bitcoin was laughed at. People said it would never work. They said it was a scam. Now imagine buying Bitcoin when it first started, $10. $1,000 worth of Bitcoin back then would be worth over $6 million today. And that's after all the chaos we've seen in the market recently. So when people say something sounds crazy, sometimes crazy is just early. Now, I'm not saying TAO is going to do what Bitcoin did. Nobody knows that. But here's what's interesting. TAO actually has something similar built into its design, a halving, just like Bitcoin, meaning the amount of new TAO entering the system reduces over time. Supply tightens. But the network keeps growing. And if more developers join, more AI gets built, more subnets launch, more intelligence flows through the network. So just imagine that scenario for a second. The network keeps growing, the intelligence keeps improving, supply keeps tightening. And eventually, instead of trying to replace the big AI companies, Bittensor ends up sitting right alongside them. Now, I'm not making promises, I'm not giving financial advice. This is just entertainment and discussion. But imagine if something like that actually happens. Because if a decentralized AI network can compete with the biggest AI companies on Earth, then TAO isn't just another crypto project, not even close. It becomes the economic layer for intelligence, and that's a very different game entirely. So can this actually be done? Can a decentralized AI network really compete with companies like Google, OpenAI, and Nvidia? Well, yeah, if a few things happen. First, developers actually build on Bittensor. Second, the subnets keep growing. And third, adoption. Now, get your head around this. Google has thousands of engineers. OpenAI has billions in funding. But Bittensor has something different. It has the entire world. Anyone can plug into the network, anyone can compete, anyone can build intelligence, and the best intelligence gets rewarded. Now let's talk about the token, because this part is interesting. Forget about the market crash right now. Crypto moves in cycles. It always has and always will. Instead, we will look at the mechanics. TAO has a halving, just like Bitcoin, meaning the amount of new TAO entering the system reduces over time. Now let's combine that with something else. Around 70% of TAO is currently staked, locked, not moving. And if the network keeps growing, those AI models and subnet operators get paid in TAO. So demand comes from the network itself. Developers earning it, AI builders earning it, subnets distributing it. So you have supply shrinking, you have a large portion already locked, and you have a network that, if successful, needs the token to operate. Now again, this isn't financial advice. Nobody knows what the future price will be. But you don't need to be a genius to see what happens when supply tightens and demand grows. Now imagine the bigger picture. Imagine Bittensor keeps expanding. More developers, more AI, more intelligence flowing through the network. And then one day it's not competing with big AI. It's sitting right alongside them. Google, OpenAI, Nvidia, and a decentralized network called Bittensor. Sounds crazy, a total fantasy. It will never happen, but then again, people once said the same thing about Bitcoin. Okay, I will leave you with that thought. Please remember, this video is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. Crypto is a volatile market, and you can lose everything you invest. Do your own research, educate yourself, and be safe. Please give the channel a like and subscribe. Go check out our X account. And of course, leave us a comment about TAO and what you think. Thanks for listening to me today.